Hey everyone, Kimo Quance here with the Kimo Quance Group. Today, we're going to talk about some myths about the market. So the market is changing now. We're going into fall, or we're full on into fall here, right? And it's changing. And how the market's changing is some of the buyers got out because maybe their kids went back to school and they put the buying process on hold. Some buyers, they got a little buyer fatigue, right? Got tired of getting beat out over the summer, where it was an incredible seller's market. Now we're still in a seller's market right now, but it's not as crazy. We're not seeing as much of the 15 or 20 offers that we were over the summer when it was crazy. And some of the sellers still think we're in that market, but the market changes all the time. And we have that going on right now. Inventory is up. Like I said, it still is a seller's market, but inventory is up right now. Less buyers in the market. And so we're seeing the inventory increase a little bit, which is simple supply and demand. So when we are selling properties, you're seeing multiple offers, but not, like I said, the 15 or 20. So one of the first myths I want to talk about is that you do not need to renovate your home. So what this means is, no, you may not need to put $100,000 into it and make it turnkey, but it doesn't mean you should just put your house on the market as is. When I say renovate, that could be a number of things like thinning out the stuff in your house. It could be doing some painting, which does a whole lot. Maybe a little bit of flooring, all the way up to new kitchens, new baths, and everything. But the days are gone as of right now of just putting your house on the market and we're gonna get multiple offers. You do need to put some effort into presentation. Now, number two is pricing your property however you want, okay? So the initial thing is sellers wanna obviously get the most money. And getting the most money doesn't mean just putting the most price on your house. There's a way of getting the price you want, but you want to be strategic to get yourself there. And buyers, they've been over the summer, they know they're going to have to pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6% over the asking price to be able to get into the house and get the contract for the house they want. And if we're talking 5% over asking price, we could be talking about $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 for houses here in San Diego. And so if you are already pricing your property way too high, a buyer's not even going to come take a look at it, especially if you haven't made it presentable and done some to the house to get it ready. Because if you're overpricing it now and the buyers are trained to know that they need to come over asking, now you're high price and then they're thinking they got to come in even higher to get it, they're just not even going to come look at your house, and you're shooting yourself in the foot with that strategy. So the best thing is to do is get it presented, right? Doing some renovations to make it present well, to price it accurately, let the market decide the value of the house to get it there. Now, number three is some people think you don't need to market your home to sell a property. Now, to give you an example of what this means, it's still very important to market your property. Buyers want to see what the property has to offer. They want to see it in good 4K, beautiful photos, and beautiful video. You need to make sure you're working with a real estate company, an agent, and team that is willing to do that and present your property correctly. To give you an example, if there's a Rolex for sale and you see it at Fashion Valley Mall and it's in the corner window of a beautiful jewelry store, you got the Rolex sitting there, the light shining on it, the nice black background, it's glistening, it's got a price tag of $10,000 or whatever the price is for that Rolex. That presentation is going to get that Rolex more money than if you take that exact same Rolex and put it at a garage sale. Presentation is everything, and marketing is everything to be able to get the most amount of money. That same watch is going to sell for two different prices, even though it's the exact same watch, just because of presentation and marketing. You follow? The fourth thing I want to talk about is you should always take the highest offer. So a lot of people think a high price is definitely the one they want to go with. A real estate purchase agreement is about 13 pages long here in the state of California, and price is only one thing on those, okay? So sometimes there may be a high price on there, but it comes with a lot of contingencies in place that you may not want to deal with, or that just makes the price just not realistic because chances of it going through are pretty slim. So sometimes there are better offers, and I've taken them on my own properties that may be slightly less, but is a more solid offer that's going to get you through things, through the contract and to a closing. So there's different things like if there's a lender in place, does the lender have a good track record, right? There's some people that do what's called highball, and they send over a high offer knowing that chances are the seller gonna take it, but with a lot of contingencies in place, so that way they can lock up the contract under their name, and now they have it locked up, and the contract is more on their side because we're in California, the buyer side, so they're gonna beat you up afterwards and get all sorts of inspections to beat up the house, so that way you don't wanna have to deal with it and you just give them a price reduction later on. Or you take something maybe slightly less, maybe it's cash or maybe a large down payment loan, who released say the inspection contingency, and so we know now that they're not actually going to be asking for any price reductions later on. So in essence, you have a more solid deal, and chances are it's going to be the higher offer in the long run. So those are a few things about the market and myths regarding the market. So in any of these situations, whether you're working with us, the Kimo Quance Group, or your own agent, make sure you're having an agent go over these things with you and not just tell you just to slap the property on the market. To get you the most dollar, we need to present it well, price it well, market it well, and present it well. That will get your home sold and for the most money. My name is Kimo Quance with Kimo Quance Group. Thank you so much for watching our video.